Haggis is Scotland's national dish, made from minced lamb and beef encased in beef intestine. While quintessentially Scottish, historians believe haggis actually originated in ancient Greece and eventually made its way northward with the Romans to Britain. Haggis is traditionally served with mashed potatoes and turnips, what the Scots call neeps and tatties, along with a glass of Scotch whisky to wash it down. At the haggis factory, the production process begins with beef fat. They put it through a mechanical chopper, and a guillotine blade slices it up. The chunks of fat go into a large cook tank. They fill the tank with water and simmer the fat for 2.5 hours. Then, using a strainer, they drain the cooked fat and put it in a tub. Then they empty the tub into a mincer. Next, they chop up lamb lungs. Haggis recipes sometimes also use heart and liver. They simmer those in a cook tank as well for 2.5 hours. Using a strainer, they drain and remove the cooked chopped lungs and transfer them to a tub. They now take dried shredded onions and rehydrate them with some stock from the cooked meat. They pour the onion and stock mix into the tub with the cooked lungs, then empty the whole thing into the mincer to join the ground fat. Next, 2 different grinds of oatmeal, medium and coarse, to give the haggis just the right texture, not too stiff, but not too loose. The consistency is key, which is why the grind proportions are a closely guarded company secret. Also hush-hush, the composition of the spice blend they now add. All the company will divulge about this seasoning is that it includes salt and pepper. The oatmeal and spice blend now join the other ingredients in the mincer. And there you have it, the finished haggis mix, ready to be stuffed into casings. In keeping with tradition, the company encases its haggis in beef intestines. After a thorough cleaning, the intestines are stored in salt. Before use, they soak in cold water overnight to desalinate. This also softens them up until sufficiently pliable for the stuffing process. On the filling line, workers slip an intestine over what's called the stuffing horn. Then, with a knee, activate a lever that triggers the machine to pump out a set amount of haggis mix. On this run, they're preparing the 453-gram size. They close the casing on either side with a thick aluminum staple. Now they spread the haggis out on cooking trays and pierce each casing to let air escape as the casing shrinks during cooking. The temperature inside the steam oven is 110 degrees Celsius. The haggis cooks for 1 hour, during which the casing shrinks and forms into a ball shape. Once the haggis come out of the oven and cool, workers cut them apart. Each haggis goes into a printed plastic bag, then into a vacuum sealer. The machine draws out 99.9% of the air before sealing the bag. This vacuum packing process extends a 7 to 10 day shelf life to 4 weeks. The packaged haggis now drop into a tank of hot water. The bags instantly shrink and thicken by 25%, making them significantly more durable. Haggis may date back to ancient Greece, but it's certainly changed with the times. This company also makes a 1-minute microwavable version, a canapé format, and even vegetarian haggis. Far beyond what Robert Burns could ever have imagined.